Okay, people, we are back. We've just had a new horse in the other box. Oh, this horse has had enough already, look. It is absolutely chocker with people filming, recording, streaming, tour groups. I don't think I've ever had this many shouts in the archway in one day ever. There's zero chance of us IDing the horses at the moment because we can't even see the hooves to get a picture. So the two troopers and their beautiful horses might need to wait a little bit for formal ID. Part one, we saw people walking through the box the wrong way. Saw a horse rearing in the yard. We saw people getting shouted at. It looks like we've got a nipper here. This could be interesting. Let's focus on this horse for a second while I try and get the hoof number. Everybody is Shackleton instinctively, but it's a real hard call because the second number can be one of two different numbers. Wait, let me try and get an even clearer picture. I'm reasonably certain it's Shackleton, just from the bulk of the horse, to be honest. Which number is that that belongs to you? Oh yeah, me too. I can't even read it. Yeah, we're not sure, guys. It's a close call. I personally put my money on Shackleton. However, it could be another one called a Vulcan. Is it an 8? Is it a 6? Yeah, actually it is, isn't it? Yeah. You've got better eyesight than me. Okay, people, we've just confirmed it as Shackleton. Definitely Shackers. Now, we know he's a big softie, but we know also he pushes people away with that giant head. We'll see some of that in a minute. Let's go to the other end and ID the other one whilst we're here. Oh. Here we go again, look at this. Madness, really.
That lady's shocked.
Which one?
The one who's doing like this.
She's what?
She's shocked because she's doing like this.
Oh, just now, that was a scream inside. This, I mean, if it's like this now, what's July going to be like? When they brought the new horse out to come into this box, a woman was in the box with her kid, and then they saw the horse coming and ran into the yard. They ran that way. Oops, hold on, we've got a cheeky nipper. Folks, it's looking like it. Let me see if I can ID the horse. Yeah, it's definitely Trumpeter, formerly known as Tashman. That was here on Monday on that grey. So he's had a bad week actually. The grey on Monday, he's Cav Black today. He's going to start taking it personally at this rate. Oh, here we go again with the light on the hoof. Need to wait for the horse to move his foot, folks, then we'll be able to get it cleanly and clearly. Neptune, people, is this horse. Neptune, 100%. So Neptune at this end, Shackleton at the other end. Sorry? Yeah, you'll be in today's video, 100%. The horse we're looking at now, this one in front is Neptune, and the one at the other end is Shackleton. Hard to see this one because when the sun shines on the hooves, it reflects too much. It's super hard to read it, but it's definitely Neptune, 100%. Nope. Very much so, yeah. But this one is happy to push people out of the way. It doesn't like too many hands. Right, folks. Oops, sorry, just noticed the Gatesman's on his way back out again. I missed him briefly. We would not get a repeat of what we saw earlier, to be honest. It would be a miracle if that happened again with the kid that stood in the way and didn't move. That was in part 1, folks. Meanwhile, oops, they're just getting their group picture set up, and he wandered off. And they're all following him because they don't know if he's going to go back to his post. Look. Honestly, yep. Job for the chain 8 people. If it were not for the chain, it would definitely be a problem. People would be getting shouted at. Actually holding on to the chain, which I'm not sure he's going to appreciate. Is it me, guys, or is that a little bit off on the left?
It's your arm, though. Yeah. Just do it more long. Yeah.
Just watching the seconds tick up, see how long the guard is happy to be stared at. I don't understand that. How long is he going to stand here for? Like an hour? There's no one filming him though. He's not trying to do it for a dare.
It's not like you mean like gut.
Sometimes they try and stand there for a long time to see who will look away first. Okay, God wins, everyone. Super odd, like really. But I've seen it before. It's not the first time. It won't be the last time. I just don't personally understand it. Cultural thing. There we are. I know it's very popular for some people. Hold on a second. I did think the guy behind me was just about to stroll into the archway. It's always the Lone Ranger tourists that they go for a bit of a stroll into the arches because they feel like it every time. A few times, not most of the time, but a few times, we have seen that there's someone standing behind us filming what is going on. In other words, they're filming like kind of a dare or a challenge video. In other words, who will look away first? Will it be the trooper who will look away first, or will it be the guy that's just standing in the archway trying to stare him out? This idiot over there is trying to stare the trooper out. Got him, but then he left.
You're getting a bit of a tan today. You need to get a sun hat.
You're
Pale like me.
Yeah, I know.
SPF 50 for you shortly. I'll be on that next month, I tell you. The funny thing was, there were about 7 or 8 of us in a line then, all looking at that, filming that, and sort of thinking, oh, how long is he going to stand there for? Oh God, here we go again. Get ready for it, folks. This sort of, I don't know what to call it. Bizarre fascination. Bordering on obsessive. It will take another hour, and then I will go to upload today's videos. What's that, guys? 20 seconds. It would be nice if
Dad, down.
oh, the dad. Yeah, I saw that just now, in fact. Yeah, what am I going to do, guys? Am I going to stand up like 40? I mean, it could be all day. Anyway, point is made. The troopers don't like it, okay? And it's not exclusive to that group. Some people we get some very odd people there, typically when they're by themselves, who will just stand there and stare. And let's be honest, folks, wouldn't make you comfortable, would it? If you were at work and somebody just stood in front of you trying to stare you down, it's just odd. Shackleton, guys, and channel viewer, regular channel viewer. Gives an idea of his size, no? Well done for not getting shouted at.
I don't touch the reins, I know not to touch the reins. And I didn't get a chance to have a nibble either.
This morning, I forgot about that actually, it was quite a while ago. This morning, I somebody got too close at this end, and the lady trooper that was on this horse kicked them away with her boot, which was yeah, a little bit surprising to see. But oh, 1 second. We've seen this before, haven't we, guys? The use of the boots to kind of, to shoo people away. And I personally don't have a problem with it. We know, because we've seen it, both in other videos, but more importantly in the Elizabeth Cup prep video, we know how much work goes into those boots being shined, sometimes more than 8 hours of spit and polish, okay, to make those boots perfect. So if somebody's going to get close and or just, casually lay their hands or something else against it, you can understand why the guard, or anyone else for that matter, would be a little bit upset. Oh, here's another odd one, look. It's definitely not normal, is it? I mean, it really isn't normal. Look. It's clown photographer. God, it's definitely going to lose his temper in a minute. She's shooting for National Geographic or something in the Gambia. Other tourists are coming along, hoping to get a picture. One small problem. What do we think the problem could be? Oh, finished?
Yes.
Might be back this afternoon. So they change over every couple of hours. They're kind of on and off.
I think he said she's gone away to somewhere else.
Ah, maybe, yeah. I mean, the MOD headquarters is across the road. They swap between there and here.
So I was thinking trying to talk to, find another policeman, that one over there couldn't answer my questions.
They won't all know. To be honest, neither would. Even if they did know the answer, some things they won't discuss anyway for operational reasons. Okay, time to get in the crowd. Right, folks, I'm thinking probably a bit of Neptune. What do we think? We've been yard heavy today. I don't think there are going to be many more incidents in the yard, in all honesty. It's only when we get that chaos in the morning. However, now it's time for Neptune. If I can get close enough. Big if. Oh.
Nice little guy. Right.
Before you got here this morning, before you got here, the number of idiots you would not believe. Just like people walking that way into the yard from the box while the new horse is coming. Some kid just stood over there in front of the guard, didn't move, and the guy's like, just stood there, like trying to get a picture. What's he supposed to do? Push him on the floor? Look at these two. Hiya. Damn, I'm not getting over fast enough. I know some of the officers, but I'm not getting over quick enough to ask the name of the horse. They're pulling them out pretty quick today, which, yeah, bad luck for me. That was Shaka's. All good? Yeah. Who? Me? Ah, what are you talking about? Seriously? Nah, you know it's not that simple. It's funny though, everyone...
John knows me. He knows me.
That's it, still my viewers. My friend's rizzing my regular viewer. Oh, she's assuring that she'll stay faithful to me. Brilliant. Right, so our trooper, guys, is coming again. Here he comes. Oh, me. So one girl already heard he's coming and scarpered pretty fast. If you know he would have pushed you if you were in the way.
I don't understand, sorry.
Which where are you from? Which country?
French.
Oh, you're French?
Yes.
Okay. I can't speak French, damn it. No, he would, like, if you were where he was, he would push you.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's crazy.
French girl, super funny. The expression on her face. I'm going to get myself kind of next to the gate, folks, so that when he turns abruptly, as he's going to do, we might get... Oh, ready to behead some tourists. Oh, look, there you go. It's a French girl there, it's just like, mon Dieu, what happened? It's not like this in Paris, huh? Yeah, sometimes, guys, I do get a little bit stuck. I can't speak French, but little phrases here and there are firmly committed to my mind. The only problem is I can't structure them into a conversation. Never mind. That's definitely a downside to being British. Linguistically challenged, I think, is how most continental Europeans would describe us Brits. And you know what? They're right. Absolutely right. Because we are. I don't understand why. You heard this. You heard her say sorry when she said to me, "He's crazy." Like she said, the French girl said, "He's crazy. He's crazy." The guy is crazy. But I wonder why she thought he was crazy. But because what? He's pushing through the crowd, or where's this guy going? I thought he's about. Goodness me, bro. Oh goodness. People do go into the arches even when it's sunny, and the reason they do it is because in the yard here during the day when it's sunny, it's very, very, very bright. Okay, it's super bright in the yard. This is a real sun trap, this yard, which is why we have extremes of sun in the morning half the day, and then once we get to typically around 3 p.m. or so, just before the 4 o'clock inspection, the yard becomes very shady. So people go into that corner, as you can see, so they can actually look at their phone, because you can't read your phone properly in the centre of the yard because it's too bright. That's why we sometimes get people going into that corner, either to get out of the rain on a wet day or to read their phone on a bright day. Whereas again, this side doesn't have that problem. One, because it's fully in the sunshine, so it wouldn't make any difference, and two, there's a chain. Now, to address this question, which so many of you have asked, dozens of times I've had this question come up, why don't they put a chain the other side? Let me explain to people why. There's a very logical reason that there isn't a chain on the other side of the yard, okay? Above here, horse guards, and up there is London District, okay? The headquarters of the British Army in London. Yes, we have the MOD across the road, but that's governmental. This is military. This is a military barracks. So on this side, this gate here is very, very busy. We will see sometimes dozens of people coming in and out of this gate on a typical day. Okay, why? It goes into offices where military staff and civilians work. If they chained up that area as well, the troop would be moving constantly to remove the chain, reattach the chain. If you didn't, people 100% would come out or try and go in, not noticing or remembering the chain's there and going, head over what. That's the reason that there is not a chain that side, and likely will never be a chain that side. Should there be a sign that informs people that the archways are not accessible to the public? Probably, but that's not going to help if the people reading the sign are unable to read English. Just like a French sign would not help in Paris saying get out of the arches when I, as a non-native French speaker, wouldn't know what the hell the sign meant. So we can't criticise the tourists for walking into that area. However, it should be pretty obvious that if somebody's in their ceremonials on guard duty, you shouldn't try to approach them, from the side, regardless of whether there's any signage. Is it not common sense? It's logical that you wouldn't do that. That said, happens at the Tower of London a lot as well, and in Windsor. People just like to get, the ideal picture. And for a lot of people, they want a reaction picture. Not just a nice picture with the guard, they want a reaction in some way to make their picture unique, or make their silly little TikTok go viral. And that's unfortunate, but that is the reality of the situation here on the ground, folks. Styled her hairband as a tribute to the lifeguards. One small problem: Blues and Royals are on duty now. Temperature's really gone up a lot since I got here this morning. It's now easily 20 degrees, if not higher. You notice people are happily without coats, tops, with their arms, and a lot of flustered English faces. Mine would be like that if I didn't have a suitable hat and eyewear. I don't get that sort of sticking the tongue through the teeth social media phenomenon. Oh, the first child sacrifice of the day, guys. It's been a wait. The horse has been waiting a long time for this one. Notice the mum is holding on to the arm to drag him away if the horse moves over too quickly. Probably a smart look. She's much more protective, and rightly so. I can't remember, folks, if it's this weekend or next weekend, but this month is London Marathon. Okay, that's going to be a real issue for filming fluidly. I remember it last year; it was a bit of a nightmare. Fun, but the biggest problem, of course, again, is popular music, which triggers copyright on YouTube videos. I think actually instinctively it's next weekend, the London Marathon, around the 25th-ish, give or take. So I'll be out and about. Not sure what we'll produce on that day. They do, or did last year, horseguards was open. However, the back was closed. In other words, the yard was accessible, people were able to go in, mill around and so on. There were barriers along the street here, obviously to separate marathon runners from the public on the public highway. But obviously that doesn't create the same dynamic. I can't remember whether or not we had boxmen. I think we did actually, yeah, we did have boxmen last year. Also, in fact, look at the two Indian ladies that are on the video now. Last year, I seem to remember around this time, we had Sari Day, didn't we, in London? We had that amazing footage of all those beautiful Indian ladies in saris. I remember we went in and we talked to them, didn't we, in that live? And they were delighted to show off their colours, and rightly so. I didn't know that saris were styled, fashioned, and indeed coloured, depending on which Indian region and state people were from. So that was a real education for me that day. I'll never forget that, actually. So I'm hoping, I'll have a look tonight. If any of you can have a look, Google it and see if there's going to be a sari day in London this year, post it in the comments, and just in case I forget, because that's one day I would absolutely not want to miss. That was a real sight, in fact. Hundreds of beautiful Indian ladies along Whitehall. Honestly, the most colourful day I think we've ever seen here. And they were happy to talk to us and explain why, and I got a real education actually that day. One of my personal favourites that day, thinking back. I'm not even sure if I've still got that live saved somewhere. Maybe if I have, I'll try and dig it out and post it. That was a pretty special day, and the most unexpected. So flipping the camera around to look in the yard. It's still busy here, but again, people are sort of milling along Whitehall, not really stopping, which is curious, but not entirely unexpected. Makes me wonder whether the yard or the front is the more sensible option. Wherever we are, something will happen in the exact opposite place, as it always does. Just going to see actually how long we've got until they change them over again, because I'm hoping this video will be able to include what will be today's last change. I very rarely make two videos on a Friday, not because I don't want to or because it's not interesting, but because we know that the next day, i.e. Saturday, is going to be chaos. There's not normally actually enough time to publish two videos. I don't like to overdo it. I don't like to spam the channel with, you know, lots of silly little videos with 1 second clips of nothing, just to increase the subscriber count. It's pointless. Oh, it's very nice. Thank you to the guard. In other words, long-form content, folks, ideally constantly narrated with useful information, seems to be massively favoured by YouTube over spammy rubbish that lasts 90 seconds. The trooper's barely moved actually, other than his rounds. He hasn't been marching up and down very much. Oh, there you go, there you have it. He didn't say it, but he gestured to them to get out of the archers again. Would anyone read the sign, folks? If there were a sign up here under that bell, that I'm pretty sure that bell doesn't actually work. Under that bell, actually I've just noticed there's two like little screws above the bell. It makes it look like a smiley face. Look, see that? If they did put a sign there, would anyone read it? I didn't think so, because most people tend to approach from this side. They sort of stroll across the yard, see the guard, and then think, hey, let's just pop my head around the corner for a snap. I don't think they would even notice it. I really don't think they would.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. I'd love to know personally whether or not this trooper, if he had the choice right now, is he happy as the Gatesman, or would he have preferred to get a box this morning? He's almost always on a horse. See what I mean? Look, people in and out all the time. Frenchies. And they're not going to laugh at the guard. Come on, there's no way on earth you're going to laugh at the guard when you've got a haircut. That actually looks like a mess. Oh, he's off. Oh, look at this. Civilian contractors are actually standing back whilst they wait to go through. Exactly the moment the guard decided to. Oh, they're going to get. Having a chat with the guard. Okay, that was an unexpected turn of events. Whereas the guard probably having a sip of water, guys. Why? Because it's boiling, and he's wearing full ceremonials. Uh-oh. The optics of that. Oh, he was crazy close. He just brushed past her left shoulder. That was so close. I wonder if her friend got that. They just might have got the perfect video. He went right past her left shoulder. That was so close. Optically, it looked like he was going to bash straight in, didn't it? It really did. Amazing to see. Okay, the glory that is Neptune, people, right in front of me. The thing is, people are not really, as we've seen today, on the whole, paying so much attention. It looks like somebody might have fed the horse something. He's got a really frothy mouth all of a sudden, curiously. Right, we've got 15 minutes until the change. That will be my last change today here at Horseguards. We are expecting tomorrow to be completely mind-bogglingly busy. Lots of people will be heading home tomorrow night, or on Sunday at the latest on Eurostar, especially for France, to go back to work or indeed to school on Monday morning. Most British schools are opening on Tuesday morning, so next Monday should be the last day for a couple of weeks that we get these levels of overpopulation here at Horseguards effectively. You know, those sort of deluges never last for hours until we get to the summer proper. That madness we saw in the yard earlier with hundreds of people, some of the summer days last year, it was like that for hours on end. Just a constant throng in 30-degree heat of dozens and dozens of tourist groups. Will we have that this year? We will definitely have it when the King's Troop are here in June, without a doubt. Now, interestingly, everyone's expecting the King's Troop to return. The King's Troop have been told they are returning. However, there hasn't yet, to the best of my knowledge, been an official announcement on any official social media by the army, which is unusual because it was really highly pushed and publicised last summer before they arrived. So I don't know what's happening this year, guys. Maybe it's still a little bit up in the air. It would not surprise me at all if they made a decision at the last minute to go, for example, with French military. I don't know how that would go down here. If, for example, they had the Republican National Guard, French Republican National Guard, on horseback here in the boxes. What do we think about that, guys? Good idea? Bad idea? I mean, they guarded the palace. They could easily guard horse guards. They have horses. They've got, in fact, the French Republican National Guard has more than, get ready for it, more than twice the number of horses that HCAV have. Okay? 500 horses in the French Republican National Guard. Now, they'd obviously never bring the whole 500 to London, but it wouldn't be a bad thing at all to see a dozen or so. Either that, or, I know a lot of you Canadians would love it, has happened once before, I don't remember when it was, maybe a decade ago, had the Canadian Mounties here at Horseguards in June as official King's Guard. So Canadian Mounties, French Republican National Guard, King's Troop Royal Horse Artillery. What do we think, guys? Tell me in the comments, which would you prefer to have here on King's Guard duty for June? It's only a 4-week guard, but those are crucial 4 weeks because that's the transition from military season proper into silly season summer. That's the absolute peak of madness here. That time when the King Street Royal Horse Artillery are in residence. So somebody might be bothering Busker. 1 second. I can't even get close to the horse, guys. No, don't need to thank me. Thank you for saying hello to me. I appreciate it. It's very kind of
it's
you.
lovely to
I hope
meet
you saw, a little bit of the way things really are here beyond the camera.
Yes, it's amazing.
There's always so much going on, isn't there, that you can't always capture on the camera. 360-degree experience here.
But I've spoken to Busker as well and had a lovely chat with him.
Good guy, isn't he? Yeah, he's a nice guy.
So I'm off to dinner time now. So thank you, Janet.
Go into Chinatown Bakery. Pro tip: Chinatown Bakery. Get yourself a cream and coconut bun.
Oh,
Heaven, honestly. Yeah, delicious. Really, really, really good. My pleasure. Yeah? And have a safe trip back. Bye, bye, bye. Okay, guys. Right, we are here back with massive shackers. Oh, just as another very famous tour guide and his group have arrived. I don't understand why some tourists get a picture with the horse folk, but they don't even break a smile. Or is that a smile? Can't quite figure it out. It's more like a poker face than an actual. There's a smile, look. That is a smile. Zoomy woomy. Oh wow, folks, this is reminding me of my youth actually. My grandmother used to have curtains exactly like that in her kitchen. Yeah. So, I remember those early summers in Newquay when I was a boy in Newquay down in Cornwall. Curtains, identical. I didn't know they came in a blouse variety. Extraordinary. And yes, I'm joking, people, I'm joking, relax. Definitely a bit of deja vu there. Same colour scheme as my grandmother's curtains. Hello. Oh wow, that's magnificent. Beautiful dress. Look at this embroidered dress. Amazing. Unbeatable Japanese style. Wait, I'm going to talk to them. Guys, Japanese. Chinese. Beautiful dress. Amazing dress. Is it a national costume of some kind or just a normal dress? Yeah? It's beautiful. In fact, look at this, the embroidery as well.
It's like bamboo. I thought it was like, it's quite good.
Yeah? Wow.
Thank you.
No, amazing colours, guys. Which part of China is this national costume? Yeah, Sichuan.
South of China.
Ah, the best part of China for good food. Am I right?
Yeah, the food down
The comes out of the giant panda.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, also the traditional Chinese pop-up.
Wait, so the giant pandas from the Sichuan region of China, typically? The giant pandas from your region.
Yes. Like,
Wow, that's given me more reasons to consider. It's funny because I run a big YouTube channel and I've been thinking about spending 6 months in China next year with the channel. But what are Chinese people like with Westerners just walking around filming in their cities? Do they care, or is it a problem?
Some people like we might stare at you because usually there are no foreigners in China.
Yeah, especially these days. Yeah.
I think now it's getting better. Like a lot of foreign tourists, they are like traveling in China. People are not just used to it.
Okay.
Like in smaller cities, people will still like stare at you, but in some bigger cities like Shanghai, Beijing, like it's just pretty normal.
Yeah, I would kind of expect the bigger cities to be okay. But the police, for example, don't sort of say to people, hey, why are you filming? For example, they see a Westerner walking around in Beijing or Shanghai, they wouldn't say, hey, like, why are you filming? Like, filming is not allowed here.
Yeah, people just don't care.
It's okay, really. Yeah. Okay, so there are no laws in China about being able to film. You're allowed to film anything in public, like here.
No policy like that.
Ah, okay, brilliant. This is
Most
good.
people just manage their own business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, if everyone in China is as friendly as you guys, I can't wait to go. Honestly.
Yeah, most people are just like this.
Okay, brilliant. Have a good day, guys. Pleasure to meet you. Thank you. Wow, absolutely lovely. I feel bad now, guys. I made the usual assumption. I thought she was wearing a kimono. I'm in the Chinese national or traditional costume from Sichuan. That is the end of my guessing games. Shows my cultural ignorance that I can confuse a Chinese and Japanese. However, I always like to clarify that, hence me speaking to them and getting the inside info. And yes, you heard that right, people. I am actively considering a Chinese dimension to the channel. Why? I've had a lifelong fascination with China. I would either, magic wand, do it with a friend, or have someone else covering this temporarily whilst I have my little China sojourn. Again, it's not confirmed, folks, and if it does happen, I will not be vanishing, in other words, I will be back. So it's a long way from being confirmed. I also had a long chat with a friend of mine who lives in Moscow, and she said that Russia is a super place to be filming at the moment because, quelle surprise, there are no Westerners producing quality content showing what life at the moment is like in Russia. So there's a lot to think about, guys. If this channel is really going to take off, we need to diversify, okay? This will always be a Kingsguard based channel, that will never change. But at the same time, wouldn't hurt, would it, for a little bit of diversity here and then? Okay, so we've got the rare sight, and it is a rare sight for this time of the year, of the Kingsguard in the tunnel. Why is it rare? Because for some reason the Blues have not really been going up and standing in the tunnel for any length of time. Let's hope that this trooper is the first of what will be many. If people do stand for pictures, they're going to stand either side of him, so I'll get myself. Here we are, in a better spot. Trooper and tourist. We missed this, guys, didn't we? It's actually been weeks since we saw any of the troopers at all in the tunnel for any duration of time. We're just a few minutes away from the change as well. Gosh, it's suddenly got absolutely packed. That guy nearly fell on the floor. He swooped down so quick to avoid the camera. I always wonder if some male tourists are shy about being on the camera in case their wife sees them in London with their mistress. It makes me wonder why you'd be that scared. Tons of people behind us watching, but not quite confident enough to go up and get a picture. Here comes the next deluge. What's this? Who's this fellow? Why are you standing there? She said. Tourists are not going to get close now, let alone get shouted at. There's zero chance now the officers arrived. So I'll use that as my cue to exit into the yard. Now, bearing in mind we've seen the horses having, shall we say, not the best of times today, I'm going to get myself on the corner here. Oh, perfect timing actually. We've got a couple of... Wow, hold on a second. One really beautiful police horse on the right. Tourists are just standing there. Look at this. Look. I'm trying my best to ask if they're not going too fast to ID the horse on the right. Actually, they're too far away. Dust blowing up in their faces. Oh. Okay, whoa, that was... I didn't even hear the bell. Folks, am I missing something? Where's the bell? Either it just rang and I didn't hear it, or it hasn't rung yet. See, female lance corporal of horse. The first one, actually thinking about it, guys, have we actually ever seen a female lance corporal of horse in the lifeguards here? Bringing the boxman out. I don't think we have. I think this is a first full stop, regardless of regiment. Yep. Definitely a lady trooper because you can see she has a bum. I got super excited in the first part this morning, thinking it might have been the first Blues and Royals female captain here at Horseguards. There's only one in the Blues and Royals of that rank. She's based at Borford, so she's never been seen at Horseguards yet. And we've never had an end of day or 4 o'clock inspection by a Lady Blues officer yet. See the Union flag flying over Raffles, but it's not flying over Horseguards, but it will be shortly, guys, when military season kicks off. Whack. Troopers, professional as ever. Don't forget we've still got the double change. Gatesman, Chitsman about to be changed over as well. Everyone's moving, they're definitely changing over. He's Gatesman is sorry, he's still on the still in position in the tunnel.
Guys, we need this tunnel clear, pick a side.
Gatesman is definitely going to be happy once he's done. There's no doubt about that. Can't say I blame him either. Right, here comes a relief. Someone's about to get in trouble. Look. Attention, are there? Officer fist bumping kids, look. Look. Look at this, the girls just fist bump the boys. Okay, here comes a relief. With our first ever clear pictures of the Lady NCO. Oh, her cartouche pouch is open, flapping in the wind at the back. I'm sure she's realised that. Next up, new Gatesman is just about to emerge from the tunnel when they finish. Sword's being returned. Next up, the new Gatesman. Right on time. Oh, I like this Gatesman actually. He will not take any nonsense at all. Lucky they all moved. That was very lucky actually. That crowd this big managed to get out of the way fast enough so they didn't need to shout. Again, notice what I said about that door, folks. See? In constant use, so it would never work to chain that area off. Way too inconvenient. Sun had briefly gone when I was in the tunnel and came back out. No sun, now it's back. Super odd, isn't it? For the rest of the day, this is what we're going to get. It's going to be this busy here. Now remember we came across that situation with thefts from the shop. Pretty sure they're not going to reinstate the lower level. Not worth the risk, is it? People are just going to try and steal it. Oh, little dude. He's on the cobbles as opposed to over them, that's why the trooper's not shouting. Which is probably a good thing. Look, exhausted tourists already sitting down. It's funny, you know, because if I could walk around for 2 hours plus without a break, then I'm quite surprised that people do get really tired and need to vegetate here or horse guard. That said, there is absolutely no public seating anywhere near here. The nearest would be, I guess, give or take about a third of a mile away. if you can find one, a spare bench in St James's Park. There's nowhere really close to where we're standing right now where you can just suddenly sit down. So your only option is the ground, effectively. Still sad that I haven't yet seen Magnificent Brutus returning to Horse Guards. These two beauties, especially the bay on the left, with London Bus in the background. Wow. Magnificent. We know that one on the left, don't we, guys? The horse, I've forgotten the name of it. A real unusual beauty, that one. Fairly unique. Oh, somebody's getting their book signed. Is it a famous author?
So big up to the friend and so glad to
It is. Wait, hold on a second. I recognise the cover of his book. Wait, I'm not sure who he is. He's signing someone's book. A moment. I'm 99% certain he's a historian, but I don't remember who. Let me see if I can ask. Anyone recognise him? He might not come this way, and I don't like accosting strangers on the street because they don't know me. I'm sure I recognise you. Historian?
Yeah, that's right.
Are you? I saw you signing her book. I'm 90% certain I've got your book. What's your name?
John Beer.
Pleasure. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, so I was right instinctively. I thought so. He looked a bit uneasy then. I'm like, yeah, I'm a historian. Of course, it's a stranger who approached you in the middle of central London. Wow. Okay. That's a pleasure. These didn't run off. Oh, I'm at 1.2. 1 second. So we've got the same trooper at this end. On looking at the hoof, the same horse. It's still the unnamed beauty with a very high number. A very high number, actually. Not the highest I've ever seen in the Blues, but it's a high number on the hoof. Anyway, yeah, I thought so, folks. The historian, I'm not sure if you picked it up, is John Bew, political historian. He's written biographies of Castlereagh, and most recently, his most famous book, actually, and the one I saw him signing, I recognised the cover. That's what attracted my attention, was a biography of the Labour Prime Minister Clement Attlee. Very friendly fellow, actually, to stop and sign the girl's book in the middle of London. The fact that she even had his book and then recognised him is probably the most fortunate bit of serendipity a tourist has ever had in central London.
Ready, look at Nanny. I haven't got the horses ready. Where they go?
The sad part, guys, about seeing John Bew signing the tourist book is that it's drawn my attention to the time, and we're on, unfortunately, almost out of it. Folks, just a few more minutes. I've been thinking that sometimes I might publish a video late at night for the Pacific, Australasian and Asian audience, who obviously, when a lot of the world are waking up, are asleep, and vice versa. So I might do that. I might stick with the one long form video format, but then publish the second part when there is a second part. Not always, but sometimes I'll publish it the same day overnight.
About 3 of each.
The important thing is to push out as much quality content as possible. especially as we're now in silly season, because strictly speaking, during the summer, I won't be doing it, but it would easily be possible to film all day. I could get here at 10 a.m. when the first horses come out and still be filming past the 4 o'clock inspection all the way to 6 p.m. when the troopers are taken out of the arches either side. Boxmen always finish at 4 all year round, but we have extended yard hours for the Gatesman in front of us and the Chitsman behind us in the summer. So we have the 4 o'clock inspection, which not at the moment, which during the winter is also the end of day inspection. However, during the summer months, when the troopers are in summer order, we have the 4 o'clock inspection, which is not the end of day inspection because the day hasn't finished. What do I mean by that? I mean we still have the 2 troopers in the arches until 6 p.m. if my memory serves me correctly from last year. And to be honest, a lot of last year's most popular videos and most unusual, unexpected moments occurred in that crucial period when tourists were coming through in the afternoon. In other words, between 4 o'clock when the inspection finished and 6 p.m. Why did that happen? Well, obviously a lot of people congregate here during tourist season to watch that 4 o'clock inspection, which means that once it's done, people mill around in the yard. There are no horses at the front, so of course their attention is on the Gatesman and the Chitsman. Speaking of which, here is our Gatesman doing his first round before I end the video. So that is what we have to look forward to at that point of the year. Summer proper begins when we've got extended hours. There we have it. Clean for the Gatesman. Folks, I'm out of here, but I will be back on what I'm expecting to be an absolute flipping jam and action-packed Saturday here at horseguards tomorrow. I don't know of any planned protests, and I'm hoping there won't be any, but you know what? One thing I love about Saturdays, you never know what's coming up next. So until tomorrow, guys, I'm out of here. Bye for now.